Okay, so today I need to finish the set of nails that I started last night. I need to do an aura on the ring finger. I'm redoing the middle finger because the way they turned out, I don't know, I don't really like, they didn't really turn out the way that I wanted. I need to put some gems on, do some more chrome painting, and I have 2 hours before I need to go to the gym, so hopefully I can get it all done. I'm gonna start by doing the middle fingers. I just need to paint some hearts on those ones, and yeah, then we'll get to some chrome gems and airbrush. So yeah, I'm gonna start. The easiest way to paint a heart is to just use a dotting tool, any size that you need depending on the size that you want. My hearts are going to be fairly large, so I'm using the largest size that I have. And you're just gonna do 2 dots where you want the tops, like the rounded top of the heart to be. And then, oh no. And then you're just gonna use a liner brush and kind of connect it all. I'm actually gonna wipe this away because the paint, I don't know if you can see that, the paint smeared, so I'm not even gonna try to fix it. I'm just gonna wipe it away. So we're gonna do a dot, try to make them a little bigger than the dotting tool, and another dot. Usually I would put some gel paint onto a palette for this, but I'm literally only doing these 2 little hearts, so I didn't want to waste any. And I'm just taking it off of the brush. It's not ideal, but you can definitely do it this way. Okay. Now I'm just going to paint a little triangle. It doesn't have to be perfect when you start. You're mainly just trying to get the shape, and then you can perfect the edges at the end. I'm redoing these nails because the original concept that I had didn't quite work out, which is fine. I was trying to do a magnetic gel as the base layer and then do like red jelly on top so that it looked kind of like a gem. And like in theory that technique works really well, but the magnetic polish that I have, it's not very opaque. It's actually a jelly magnetic polish, so it looks good on its own, but when I try to put like anything colored over top of it, it doesn't show up very well. So I scrapped that. Also, I was going to do like kind of like starburst lines coming out from the heart. I'll try to show you. I was trying to do like starburst lines coming out from the heart, but frankly, I'm not very good at painting like straight lines. I'm sure if I used a longer liner brush it would be easier, but that's a skill that I am still learning. So instead I'm going to make the lines kind of wiggly on purpose. I think I should be able to finish this in 2 hours. There's not a whole lot of detail work that still needs to be done. And by detail work, I mean like hand drawing details. I find that that is what takes the longest because it just requires so much focus. And of course, I make mistakes, so sometimes I need to wipe it off and start again. And that really is the beauty of using gel. If you don't like something, wipe it off and try again. This table that I'm sitting at, like the window is like over there, and like late afternoon the sun just beams directly onto my desk and it actually cures gels as I'm working in the sunbeams. So hopefully I can actually get some work done before that starts happening, because when that starts happening it's just not even worth trying to do anything with gels on the desk. I really need to figure that out because it is almost summertime and it's only gonna get brighter. I have these cardstock cards that I got when I was originally planning out my packaging and shipping situation. I don't have a use for them anymore. So I've been using them as palettes. No, it's not the most eco-friendly option, but at least I'm using them. Yeah, I'm just running my liner brush through some clear gel to clean it off. Okay. I don't like to use alcohol to clean my brushes because I find that it just dries out the bristles. And like these brushes are only going to be used for gel, so having gel in them is totally fine as long as you keep a cap on them. I'm gonna do some chrome. I'm gonna do the airbrush last. This is just like some chrome painting gel I got. It's gold. You wouldn't think it's gold from looking at it. I find it. I need to really mix this a little bit to actually bring out the gold pigments. I guess, I don't know, the sun is coming. This is stressful. Because this is the first video that I'm doing with sound recording, I guess this is a good time to talk about why I started this business, why I want to have a small business, and what got me into press-on nails in general. By the way, it's very hard to talk and to like paint details at the same time, so that's why I'm having these awkward pauses, but my background with the nails, I've been doing my own nails for quite some time. I started with just like regular nail enhancements. I was using poly gel because I feel like that's the most beginner friendly in terms of application, sculpting, all of that. But, and like, I mean, they were decent. They weren't like horrible. Were they amazing? No, but like they were fine, I guess. However, the whole process of doing a refill and rebalancing, sculpting, filing, and then painting and designing, it took a very long time, like 5 hours minimum, to do a whole refill or a whole set from scratch, start to finish. And like no one has time for that. At the time, I had just moved to Canada and I didn't have a work permit yet, so I wasn't able to work. So I was at home all day. I had a lot of free time, so that's why I was able to actually do that. But when I did become able to work, have a full-time job, I obviously did not have, I mean, I had time, I had days off, but I don't want to spend my precious days off like doing my nails like that, especially when you can just go to the salon and like get them done. Then for a little while I stopped wearing nails altogether because I was getting back into the hobby that I had before, which was playing bass guitar. And if you know anything about playing guitar, like especially bass guitar, you absolutely cannot have nails for that. It's literally impossible. So yeah, that was like a big hobby of mine for a while. Kind of fell out of it, and I started getting back into nails because that was always a big hobby that I had. And at this point I was working full-time, so instead of doing my own nails, I would go to the salon and get them done. And like honestly, the results that I would get just were not perfect. They were not like exactly what I wanted. Obviously I'm not a professional nail tech, but like I do know a thing or two about nails. I know the shape and the structure that like they're supposed to have. And sometimes I would just go to the nail salon and they just did not look great. No offense, like I understand that people working in salons like that have tight, you know, time schedules, I guess, that they need to operate on. But when I would get the nail art done at the salon, it didn't really match the vision that I had. And so I was kind of disappointed. So then I started making my own press-on nails, and for about a year I was just making them for myself, and now I am selling them. My goal really is just to own my own business, be my own boss, like not have to work for someone else, do something that I love, like all of that. I'm so sorry. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this done before the sun like overtakes this whole desk. I'm just gonna do what I can. But yeah, I have been kind of toying with the idea of starting a press-on business for a while. I just have never done it, obviously. until now. Now that I'm doing it, I'm enjoying it. It's really cool having something like this to focus on and work towards. Okay, so I really want to get this done. So I'm gonna fast forward the rest of this, and if there's anything exciting happening, I'll see you then. Okay? So now I have some black and white kind of details that I need to paint. So I'm gonna do that. I'm using these brand new black and white painting gels. Ooh, it's very pigmented for white. And yeah, it has a good viscosity. It's pretty thick. Okay, we're back. I'm not sure exactly when I cut off, but I am just doing some black and white detail painting. So I'm back from the gym, and as you can see, can you see? Anyway, this set is still not finished, but that's okay because I can finish it tomorrow. As far as the set goes, I don't love it. I think there's just too much going on and it's just too busy, and I don't like that. So, oh well. I am going to finish it and put it in my book so that I can come back to it at a later date and just kind of revamp it and finalize the design. So yeah, we'll just consider these like practice nails, a practice set. This is not the final design, and yeah, that's okay. Like, honestly, that's just part of the process. No one is going to create a masterpiece like on their first try. I mean, I'm sure there are some like super talented creative people out there who can do that, but they didn't start there, okay? Everybody needs to practice. And so yeah, that's what this was. That's okay. It is what it is. as far as the rest of the night goes, I am going to just do some work on the computer and spend some time with my husband. So I'll be back tomorrow. Okay, so it's Saturday and I have a few things that I want to get done today. First thing is to finish this set. I also want to make another set, and I need to kind of play around with my sizing cards because, as you can see, there's not really enough room. So I want to try with a different shape and size and see if it's any different. Oh, and then I also want to take some photos in some natural lighting today of the set. Hopefully I'll be able to finish a full set today and I can take those photos as well. As far as the set goes, all I'm gonna do is do some airbrush on the ring fingers. I have some new airbrush paints I want to try out. I was using gel and acetone in my airbrush, but yeah, I can't really get over the potential health concerns that arise from that, so I got some airbrush paint. I've never used these, I just got them yesterday, so I want to try them out today. There's a bunch of really cute colors, that's why I got this set in particular, like this cute purple and this fun green. Oh, this is nice. This is a really nice blue. I love this olive green. The more I look, the more I see a nice pale blue. There's also like metallic finishes. And the nice thing about these is that you can also just mix them and make whatever color you want. But today, I'm gonna try out red. Okay. And I just got these from Amazon. I have my mask on. I'm gonna see what it looks like with top coat before I make a final judgment. Okay, so I'm going to go clean the airbrush while the paint dries. I'm also going to top coat these and I'll be back when it's all done. I'm back. I top coated the nails. I'm just going to give these a quick wipe down. Nail binder. Okay, so this set is officially complete. I'm ready to actually start working on the main set that I want to accomplish today. This one I'm thinking is going to be called Candied Lemon. So it's going to be like yellow with lemons and it's going to have kind of like a frosted look. This is the design. It is several hours later, but I finished the nails. I'm sorry I didn't film the whole thing, but I really had to get this done. I just wanted to focus. I was in the zone and it's all done. I'm just gonna clean up my mess and then I'll do the final reveal. Hey guys, I'm back. It's currently 6:17 and I had a little bit of a break. I had a shower, I'm feeling fresh, and I'm ready to update you on the nail situation. I did end up finishing the candied lemon set, so that's good. I like the way it turned out. I think it's super cute for spring and summer. I did end up getting some more photos of my scattered gem set, and I got some of the one I made today. So those ones are ready to go live. If you are interested in either of those sets, they will be available on my Etsy store, which obviously is linked in the description. So go check it out and go see what else I have. The rest of the evening, I still need to work on my sizing kits. I need to see if some other shapes and sizes actually fit on my cards. Just see what the situation is. This double-sided tape I have is so sticky. Like, the sides of it are super sticky. It's like stuck to this plastic. It's kind of a pain to try to use this. So I'm not looking forward to fighting with this stuff again, but I'm going to do it. So wish me luck. Okay, so a little update on the tape. It actually was a lot easier to use with my bare hands than with gloves. When you're wearing gloves, the tape just sticks to the gloves the whole time. It pulls them around and it's very annoying. So I don't think I have beef with this tape anymore. I think we're on good terms. I do have beef with these tweezers though. These tweezers are not very good at pulling off the cover, I guess you can say, of double-sided tape. I really need to get some like fine tipped tweezers, but I don't have any, so we're gonna use these, and I'm gonna continue to have beef with these tweezers, so. Okay, so I've determined that my sizing kit cards are just barely too small, but they're also usable still, so I'm gonna use them. Alright, so that's everything. I'm gonna end the video here. If you guys have made it this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. Obviously, this is my first ever video, my first time ever making any kind of video, so I'm still learning. And yeah, if you guys have made it this long, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, it's only gonna get better from here. So yeah, I'll see you next time.